What's shaking, my friends? My name is Shay. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about all the series that I am in the middle of. This will not include series that the next book is not out. This is my pile of shame where the next book is out and I just have not continued on for whatever reason. So this is all those series up until January 31st, 2022. So when I was making my list for this video, I listed out every single series I was in the middle of. What I found was shocking was I have DNF'd a lot of series. So that video is coming to a screen near you sometime soon. But today we're going to go ahead and get started with the series that I'm in the middle of. So, Warcross by Marie Lu. I read this at the end of last year, towards the end of last year, and really enjoyed it. You know, I haven't heard the best things about the sequel, which is, I can't remember the name of it, but I do want to continue on. I need to do it soon before this book completely leaves my head. So I do plan on doing that very soon. Mistborn Air 2 by Brandon Sanderson. The last book I read was Shadows of Self, so I have Bands of Mourning to go. And, of course, The Lost Metal, the fourth book in that series, comes out at the end of the year. So I do plan on reading that soon so I can have it fresh in my brain for that book drop. And I don't think I have to reread this. It's in my head about what's going on, so hopefully that'll be fun. A newer addition to this list will be The Diary of Revelations by Michael J. Sullivan. I have only read, this is the bind-up of the first two books. I've only read the first book, but I do plan on continuing on with this soon. There is a lot of books in this world, so it's a very long, lengthy series with prequel series and all of that. And I do plan on hopefully getting, if I continue to enjoy them, I hope to continue to plow through these books. And of course, one that I have been in the middle of for a long time, that's going to be The Dresden Files. I'm on book 9, I think, of the series. I do still plan on continuing on. They're kind of like palate cleansers. They are very fast reads, and I read them when I'm looking for something quick and easy to get through. Shameful that I have not read The Fall of Babel by Josiah Bancroft quite yet. I have heard very mixed reviews on this, and I pre-ordered this, okay, so obviously I wanted to read it, and I wanted to read it soon, and just haven't gotten around to it, mostly because I've been hearing terrible things, but I am going to hopefully knock this out sometime soon. It's a chunker. It is, it's not as much of a chunker as I thought. It's only 630 some odd pages, so, but I'm hoping to get through it soon. Another series that I probably would have to reread the first book before I continued on is going to be Crown of Feathers by Nikki Palpato. I read this a couple years ago. I did enjoy it. I gave it 4 stars when I read it, and I do remember really enjoying the ending of it, and so it is one that I do want to continue on. I have heard some mixed reviews about the series as a whole, but I do want to continue on, and I probably will have to reread this first book. Of course, it's going to be the Nemesis, which starts with the Diabolic by S. J. Kincaid, and hoping to continue on with this very soon. Those are the last of the books that I actually own. So now we're going to get into the series that I'm in the middle of that I do not own. The Gods of Men by Barbara Kloss. This is going to be a trilogy. The third book comes out in March, and I have read only the first book, so I am looking to continue on sometime soon. I started this just in January. I do want to read A Master of Jinn, and so I started reading the short story collections starting in December, and so I have a couple of short story collections to go before I can actually read A Master of Jinn, but I do plan on getting to that sometime this year. Wayward, a children's series. I am on book 6, I think. And then I think book 7 just came out, and so then I'll be caught up. And those are very short, quick reads, so I'm hoping to get to that soon. The First Sister, I read last year, towards the end of last year, enjoyed it. I need to continue on with the second book, and the third book I think comes out this year. I'm not sure. saga graphic novels. I have read just the first volume. I do plan on continuing on. I don't really know what I'm reading, but I'm going to continue because I've heard such great things about this graphic novel series. Spellslinger by Sebastian de Castell. I've only read the first one. I gave it 5 stars. I loved it. I do not know why I have not continued on, but I plan to do that so very soon. That's one of the ones that I really want to prioritize very, very soon. It is also a pretty lengthy series, maybe 5 or 6 books. I don't know, but it also has some prequel series that I want to get to. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I have read the first 2 in the series. The 3rd one came out last year, and so I just need to read that one to finish up the series. The Poppy War. So I read The Poppy War probably a year ago, maybe a little over a year ago, and honestly I had mixed feelings on it. Everybody loves The Poppy War, and so I think I gave it 3 stars. And you know, you don't hear very good things about the 3rd and final book, so I've been kind of on the edge of should I finish it or should I not finish it. At this time, I think I would have to reread The Poppy War to continue on, so I'm still on the fence on this one. I'm leaning towards finishing the series, but I don't know. Help me make up my mind. Leave what you think in the comments below. Another series that I have gone back and forth on, or is should I finish it, should I not finish it, and that's going to be ACOTAR. So I read A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas, and I read, what was the next one? A Court of Mist and Fury. And, you know, everybody loves that series, and I do not get the hype. So I have not yet read A Court of Wings and Ruin. Yeah. And so I have that one to go, and then, but I was like, you know, I really just don't care. But then everybody's raving about A Court of Silver Flames, and I'm like, well, I need to read A Court of Silver Flames, and so, so I'm leaning towards finishing it, but I don't know. The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. The second one came out last year. I think the 3rd one comes out this year, and I read the first one, but it's been some time. But it's okay. I firmly believe that I remember what happened in that book, and I can just continue on. The Luxe Series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I have read the first 2. I never continued on. It's been a little over a year since I think I've read the second book in that series. I may or may not continue. At this point, I think I would have to start over from the first one, but those books are very addictive, so it's addictive, okay? So I probably will continue on, but I don't know when that's going to be. Ray Bear by Jordan E. Fueco. I really, really remember loving this first book, and then I never continued on it. It's been over a year since I read it. I think I would have to read Ray Bear again it's just a duology, so to read the second book, which I think is Redemptor, which just came out. But it's been over a year since I've read that book, but I would entertain rereading it to finish out the duology. Beartown by Frederick Bachman. So I actually read this maybe 2.5, 3 years ago. I don't quite remember. But though that book is firmly ingrained in my head, so I can continue on it anytime. I hear there's now going to be a 3rd book in the series, but it does have a follow-up. I can't remember what the book is called. Me Against Us, You Against Us. I can't remember. But I do plan on continuing at some point, but with that type of contemporary hard-hitting book, I have to be in a mindset to read it, so I'm just waiting for the right time to want to pick that one up. The Grant County series by Karen Slaughter. So I enjoy sometimes reading serial mystery books, and Karen Slaughter is one of those I enjoy. I have only read the first book in her Grant County series, but I do want to continue on. I like the characters enough. I won't have to reread the first one or anything. I can just continue on, and I am maybe leaning towards doing that sometime soon. I do want to get back into some serial mysteries. I recently started reading some true crime books that really got me into the feel of let's read some murdery type books. That is it, guys. Those are all the series that have books out that I just have not continued on with. And it's not as much many as I thought it was. So I'm very excited about that. But coming soon is, again, like I said, a video of all the series that I have DNF'd, and there are quite a lot. So I will spill that tea sometime soon. I hope you guys are having a great week, and I will catch you guys later.